Here we are. It's the last Monday of 2025. Where has the time gone? Are you actually here today? If you're watching, please come in, put a comment on so I know that I'm not just talking to myself. And in fact, when I say talking to myself, I'm not. I am going to be talking to Ben Westerby. And that theme tune, You Get Out What You Put In, is absolutely sums up Ben to an absolute T. Because we come on LinkedIn, we do all kinds of different things, and then we go away again. But it's all about consistency. And we're going to dig in and we're going to find out what Ben has been doing and what he's going to be planning to do in 2026. Hello, Ben Westerby.
Hi, Ashley. How are you doing?
Oh, all the better for seeing you, mate. All the better for seeing you. How the devil are you?
Very good, thank you. It's doesn't feel like 2 minutes since we were sat in Manchester at Accountex talking on stage, and now
that was
here at the end of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. For people that don't know you, Ben Westerby, tell us who you are, what you do, please.
So I'm Ben Westerby. My company is Westerby Consultants. So people are familiar with this, sometimes more from Friday jokes that I do on LinkedIn. But apart from that, I'm a fractional finance director, business mentor. So that's me.
Right. What is a fractional finance director, please, for those of us that don't know?
So fractional, you hear this word more and more now. It's come over from America, and it basically people that are working part-time with a number of different clients. So you get the benefit of somebody like me, but you only got to pay a fraction of the price, and you get me for a fraction of the time.
Oh, perfect. Exactly just like Andy Scott Barrett. He does exactly the same, I'm sure. So no, that's awesome. And Tim is also here as well. Hi, Tim, and thank you for your lovely comment on my post this morning. Yeah, good for you. Thanks for coming. And so fractional, it's you're just doing a little bit, but you're still giving 100%. Is that right?
Yeah, 100%. And I first come across the idea about 4 or 5 years ago when I was doing a 3-day-a-week job for somebody. And you could see there's lots of businesses out there that need that higher level support, but can't afford it and probably don't have the right volume of work. But where I try and work with businesses a day a week or a couple of days a month, so they can tap into my experience, and then I can help them sort of, you go in, do things, they go in, do it, come back, and you can give them that nudge and right direction.
Yeah. So typically then these companies that you're working with, do they have an accountant or a bookkeeper actually in-house or do they
typically typically they've got some finance in-house. So it could be qualified by experience, it could be a bookkeeper, some have got qualified finance people in there. It could be anywhere from £500,000 turnover, £1 million. My biggest client was 55 million turnover. It's a pretty wide range.
Yeah, no, great. And I guess the benefit for you is you're doing all kinds of amazing things, but you've got a proper monthly cadence. It's sort of like, oh, what am I doing this month? You know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, it gives me that. It's the variety. You can help so many more people, and you can take your learnings from one place into another. When I started 3.5, 4 years ago, everything with day rates, and it would be I'll be there. Now I've got it so that people are on retainers. I've got all my board meetings for clients booked all the way to the end of 2026.
Wow.
So pretty much you can plan stuff around it and leave some days to be a bit more flexible as well.
Right. I commented on a post this morning from a friend, and she was manifesting what she wants for the year to be, and she sort of like, the question was, what do you want? I need more organization in my life. So Ben, you and I need to have another chat later. I couldn't plan next week, let alone the next year. That's incredible.
It does help when you've got client meetings, and a lot of clients they plan in advance, and it just helps. And I always leave a few days spare so you can move stuff about if needed. And also getting that really important work-life balance.
That is so important. That is so important. And how have you found it? Because you set up 4 years ago. And when we set up in business, we're like, oh, we're going to go for it. And there is no work-life balance. It's just work balance, isn't it? In fact, there's not even balance. It's just work. And so how have you found that then, getting to where you are today?
So I think, say to most people, like you just said then, the first 6 months, I think you're full of energy, full of optimism. You're going out meeting everybody, speaking to everybody. People want to help you because you're new. You probably get work, and that's really good. And then I think you tend to get to, well, I found between probably months 9 and 18 is where you're not new anymore. You're probably a bit tired because you're not getting paid for holidays anymore. You've worked a lot of hours typically. And when you have been busy working, you've not been doing business development, so work's starting to dry up. I think if you keep going and keep doing the right things, it does happen. And I found it were a lot easier, like after post 18 months, and then slightly changed my model to go, this is what works for me. And more importantly, this is what works for my clients. And that's what they want. To go more of a retainer model, which means that I'm on site with them, but I'm available for them outside those times. And it's given me a bit more freedom and flexibility, but I still have those 14-hour days now and again. I still have those Saturdays and Sundays where you're having to work. But I also have those Wednesdays and Thursdays where I'll be playing golf. So it's not all bad.
I have noticed. So we start. I don't know how long ago it was when we started working together, but you wanted to do a little bit more on LinkedIn, didn't you? And I think you were one of my first one-to-one clients because I was doing it group before. What have you seen from your activity on LinkedIn? Take us back to what it was before you.
Yes, I think it was probably about, must have been over 3 years ago now. I think it was pretty early in my journey, and I realised that I needed to do more. And I first reached out to you, Ashley, because you did a profile review, which were great. And it's like, right, look, I want to post more, engage more. And at that time, it's like, right, I just want a way to get more work. And I think if we're honest, that's most people probably doing on LinkedIn initially. And more from it is the amount of people that you meet, the conversations that you have, the things that you learn, even just from following other people, little tips, or just having conversations on there. I've, like, through working with yourself, I've had opportunities twice now to speak at Accountex and met loads of different people, which has been great. I think because of what I've done on LinkedIn, I'm regular post. So when I first started working with that, those systems and processes and getting in those habits, are going, right, you need to post, you need to comment, you need to add people. And then it sort of snowballs from there and you just get used to it. And it were just be yourself. I think that was probably the biggest thing that I got from it, is just be yourself. I remember you told me one day, it's like, if you're struggling for content, look through your camera roll and there's always something you can do. And once you get there, you realize literally there's content everywhere, just everything that you do. But I still go back to, if I'm struggling for content, camera roll is absolutely gold.
Yeah, I still do that today, even today. Just like, oh, I wonder. Yeah, because I don't know if you're going to be like me. When you're out and about and you see something interesting, you'll take a photo of it, won't you? You won't necessarily.
100%.
Yeah, you won't necessarily post it today or tomorrow or next week, but you'll find it again and go, oh, I took that photo because I was going to do this.
Yeah, and I do that. I screenshot things on my phone. I take photos of stuff just as a prompt then to do it. And then probably, I reckon it was about 3 years ago now as well, I started doing my jokes on a Friday. And that was because you'd done something around people doing tax tips Tuesday. And I thought, well, I'm not a tax expert, so what can I do and be a bit different? Like banish the stereotypical dull accountant. So I thought, right, tell jokes on a Friday, be a bit different to everybody else. And 3 years later, it's still going strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, strong. We can use that in totally different concept, can't we? Because with all due respect, mate, they're just jokes. Some of them do need a bit of a hand.
Everybody's got a view on them.
But this is the thing. Everyone's got a view on them. And that's what it is, right? And the best thing I love about your jokes is you always end with, if that's no good, there's always next week. You know, and it's genius. It is genius. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I think I'd said it on an earlier joke. Yes, I think I'd said it on one of my first jokes, and it just sort of stuck. And what had happened originally, I started just posting written jokes.
Yes.
And then I didn't do it one week, and someone's like, "Oh, well, you need to. I've missed your joke. Can you do it again?" And then I had one of my jokes don't work as a written joke because it's all about pronunciation. So I thought I'm going to have to do a video. So I did a video, and then I thought, oh, I'll just do another video because people going, "Oh, you need to do videos if you're on LinkedIn." So I did it, and it worked great. It was the best video I'd ever done because I'd never done one before.
I love that. Yeah, obviously, but nobody gets it. Nobody gets that. They start like, "Oh no, because it's going to be rubbish." Yeah, of course it's going to be rubbish, but it would be the best video you ever did.
Reminded me because I went for an interview once, and the guy that interviewed me says, "You are both the best and worst person I've seen because you're the only person I've seen." So it's like that stuck. So it's like, right. So I did the joke, did it for a few weeks, and I'd gone on holiday. I didn't think out of it, didn't post. I get like 5 messages on the morning I was on holiday going, "Where's your joke? When's your joke coming?" So from that point now, it's literally been every Friday, consistently.
Fantastic.
And I've had people send me jokes to tell, and yeah, so it does create a talking point with people.
No, absolutely fantastic. One question. I'm turning over, I don't know, let's say I'm turning over 30 million. And I now need a virtual FD or a fractional FD. And I see a few different people on LinkedIn that are doing fractional work. And I see you doing this really crap joke. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this guy's a muppet. I don't want to work with him. What's your answer to that, Ben Westerby?
Probably we won't be a good fit. And there'll be somebody looking on that going, "Do you know what? This guy's a bit different. And I think we'll get along." And I think that's the whole purpose of it. I've been there where it's like you try and please everybody, especially on LinkedIn. And I think if you do that, you're not doing it right for me. If you just need to be yourself and work on the fact that some people will unfollow you. I've had that. Some people won't like it, and you do get people that don't post nice things now and again. But the majority of people are nice, and you will find over time that you end up with the right crowd. Like, you know all well, Ashley, most of my networking now is on the golf course because they're the people that get me.
Yeah,
and I get them. But yeah, if people don't like me for who I am, that's fine. I've got a video on my website, an intro video. I once said to somebody that wanted to work with me, have a look at the website. If you don't like the video, don't get in touch. Because if you don't like the video, we're not going to get along.
Yeah, perfect. And this is I was hoping you'd say that. And I use a couple of slides of you in my training, and you know this, and you've given me permission to shout about you. And whenever I talk about the jokes, I can see people on the Zoom, and they're all smiling. They are all smiling because you've just broken that, like you say, the stereotypical accountant, which is absolutely superb. How have you found the algorithm on LinkedIn this year, Ben?
It's been all over the place, if I'm honest. And I think it probably has been a couple of years now. The MEC changes and everybody tries to do what it says. But for me, just be consistent. If you're going to post 3 times a week, post 3 times a week and be yourself. If you're going to post 5 times a week, do 5 times a week and be yourself. I try and do a bit of a mixture of video and just I try different things. If it don't work, great. I know what don't work. But what I think I've noticed more this year, sometimes you post things and you're like, that didn't work. So try it again a few months later because it might work. But I've had weeks where I've had tens of thousands of impressions and loads of comments and stuff to then posting very similar stuff the following week and just tumbleweeds and nothing's happening.
It's
And then
mad,
the week
isn't it?
after it goes back up again.
Yeah, there is no rhyme or reason, but the bottom line is it's that consistency. Is
100%.
and that is what you're doing, Ben. You are showing up pretty much every day as Ben Westerby. No bells, no whistles, no frills, no nothing. And that's what we're seeing. And Victoria Cedric says it perfectly. Love this. Real is the best, and it's actually better to repel what doesn't fit. Boom. I hope you're in marketing, Victoria, because you're really singing the same song there. That's great. That's great. So 2025, we're reviewing 2025. What was your highlights, your lowlights? How could you sum up 2025, Ben?
Well, so I've got written down in front of me, because at the end of 24, like, what do I want to do this year? And there were a mixture of business goals and personal goals and different stuff. And I think it's really important that we get that. What do we want to do personally? What do we want to do business or career-wise, and get that split? One of my big goals that I was finishing in 2025 was doing 10,000 steps minimum every day for a year.
Yep.
And I did 377 days and then decided to have a rest.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah, that included Christmas Day, flying to New York, all sorts. So
flying to New York. How did you manage your 10,000 steps that day? Because most of the time you'd have been sat in a metal tube, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I think this is where you've got to plan your day. So you go, right, I'm going to be busy later on, so I'll get my steps in early.
Yeah.
And then walking around airports and New York and everywhere else. So yeah, managed that. So yeah, they were two of my big ones this year, actually, getting to New York for the first time. Those steps, that were good. Speaking of
what's New York like?
Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
I would recommend everybody goes at least once in their life, but once might be enough for a lot of people.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Speaking of Kentex,
yes.
Yeah, go on. Was that a goal?
It wasn't a goal. I think it was something I look back on and go, I really enjoyed it, to be on the stage yourself. I think who else were on there? Grace were on there. Zoe were on there. And you're just like, wow, this is really good. But then the feedback from people as well, you forget, like, you're up there and you're like, I'm just me. I just do this. And people are going, wow, it's really great what you do. And I've not got the confidence to do it. So understanding that people that are there actually are going, right, I've got confidence to do this as well now, and understanding the impact that you can have on others.
When you say confidence on LinkedIn or confidence to get on stage?
Probably a bit, but people were saying about confidence on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
People said to me, it's like, how do you feel about getting on stage? I went, well, it's all right, and it's just talking about what I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm the best version of me, so it don't matter, does it?
And you know, you get up every morning. You are Ben. You know, you've put in 30 plus years of being Ben. You know it inside out. So yeah, and if anyone's gonna bring you on a live show, have you on a panel, they're only going to ask you questions you're going to know the answers to, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not doing an accountancy test, am I? I've passed that.
Well, actually. So, what other good things in the business? How's the business gone this year?
Do you know what? It's really well. So beginning of the year, but saying that, it caused me another issue. So my plan this year was to have more downtime and spend more time in the summer doing what I wanted to do, not working. So I'd set myself a target at the beginning of the year to grow the business. And what I did was, in January, I had a conversation with my existing clients and asked if they needed more support. They said, yeah. So I'm sat there in January going, well, I've achieved my business targets already, which were great. But then you sit there going, I don't know what else I want to achieve this year now. So which bizarrely were a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So then I had to set myself some different targets. But business-wise, it's gone really well. Focused down on a few key clients. And more of the stuff this year were personal, around doing the steps, trying to get the fitness, traveling, playing as much golf as I could. So yeah, that worked well.
Did you get your handicap down?
I did not quite where I wanted, but I was just off where I wanted to get below 24, and I got to 26.
Okay.
So
So
target next year
sub
is
20,
sub 18.
sub 18. Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
So that's losing that's going round with 1 over par every single hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that's where I want to be next year. But there were some challenges this year. So it's not all easy. I got appendicitis the end of September, just after Accountex. So
fixed,
yeah, that was
fixed, or did it come out?
Yeah, operation to remove it. So yeah, that threw me back like a
Yeah, I
couple
can
of weeks
imagine.
rest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So yeah, I'd have hit 5 million steps this year if I hadn't done that. So that's my 26 goal. So yeah, that were it. I think for me, my fitness goals took a bit of a bashing towards end of year. I just didn't get back on track after that. They're back on, but it's always that. I find that you've only got so much time and hours. You move your focus from one place to another.
Yeah. We had a big event as well this year.
Me?
Yeah. Was it this year? Or was that last year?
Last year I got married.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Where's that gone? Oh my goodness. That is crazy. I thought it was this year, mate.
No, it was last year. Yes.
Wow.
We had a lot go on personally last year. So this year it's like, right, let's just like reset.
No, awesome. Right. And what are your plans for 2026? And there's a question I want to ask you as well. What's your tech stack in your business?
Oh, what?
Yeah, because you seem really organized and that sort of stuff. So are you using tax software? Are you using practice management? Are you using a CRM? What things are you using to help you?
Great question.
Thank you.
So
I always say that when someone asks me a question I'm not really thinking about.
Yeah, but no, just in terms of tech stack. So I'm trying to embrace AI, and I've used a few this year that either work or not. I tried Fixer AI, which is great for sorting your emails out. But I realised I had to look in 8 inboxes rather than 1, so that didn't quite work. So I'm revisiting that. Yeah, I use. I literally don't have any CRM or anything. I use Outlook quite a lot, diary management. As you'd probably guess from an accountant, I use a lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, obviously. Thank you. Tick that box.
So yeah, I use that. I've got like a diary as well, handwritten, old school. It still works.
Like a book thing with pages and paper.
Yeah, I've got one here that I
wow.
So I find it like when you do reviews at the end of the day and different stuff, I find it works better and then stays inside my head.
Yeah, it's what works for you, isn't it?
I am looking at the minute in terms of at different things. So I started using something called Condo, which is like a LinkedIn inbox. It's a bit easier to use than LinkedIn if you get a lot of messages and stuff. So that does help.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of it's still making sure things are saved in right folder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting with a Remarkable this year as well.
Was Santa bring you one of those? Did he?
Yeah, I've got that. Just starting that now as well.
So the Remarkable, for people that don't know, is I'm trying to think how you would describe it. It's like a tablet, but all it does is writing, and it just remembers everything that you've written. Is that right?
Yeah, you can import PDFs and you can use them between OneDrive now, which helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried CRMs before and I found they were probably a bit too complicated for what I needed. But potentially it might come back, especially as I start doing more mentoring. So you end up with more people, whereas from a finance director point of view, you probably only got about half a dozen clients at any one time. So you don't need a massive list. I'll tell you what I do use that I do think is an absolute game changer for people that like lists is Microsoft To Do. And I know Google have something similar. Google
Yeah, and Apple have something as well. Yeah, yeah.
so stuff like that, I do find it helps you empty your head so you don't have to think about it.
I think that's the cool, the great thing, isn't it? Is actually emptying your head. David's saying, great question. He wants me to do a survey of all my accounting clients. That'd be great. And Graham's saying, great advice. Right. Okay. So now I want to know what's going on in 2026, Ben.
So 2026, we spoke about golf, get that handicap down. We spoke about, from a fitness point of view, getting my 5 million steps in, which when I said it, I thought it sounded like a really cool number. And then I worked out it's 14,000 on average a day. So yeah, that'll be a challenge.
It's doable.
It is.
It's doable.
I'm about to launch a new business venture, so a platform for fractional executives in finance and other functions.
Right, hang on. New business venture, like you haven't got enough to do, mate.
Yeah, just keep me busy.
So how did this come about?
So working as a fractional finance director myself, I had an idea about 3 years ago to say, right, look, this fractional or portfolios, it were known then, market doesn't quite work for recruiters, because traditionally people recruiters recruit people either full-time or on contract 5 days a week. These are people that probably work a day a week or a couple of days a month with clients. So your commission you're going to earn isn't as much, but it's the same work. And actually, if you're starting out as a fractional, how do you find work? What do you do? How do you get there? And also, everybody's on their own. There's no communities. It's very hard to be together. So I first wanted to do it 3 years ago and got talked out of it.
Who talked you out of it?
A marketeer I know, and to be fair, at the time we're probably right. Now, as fractional is becoming more common, and I think businesses are now ready for it. I'm looking to launch something in the new year. I've already got about 30 pre-vetted people on the platform.
Wow.
And the thing for me that were really good, one, I want to help people find work, but also help educate business owners and other people out there in terms of how fractional execs can help them and their business.
Yeah, because the thing is, you're sort of like, oh, I need a marketing manager, I need a finance director, I need an HR director, and like, hang on a minute, once I've got all of those in place, I've got no money. And like you're saying, so have them all fractional. We just go to Ben. That's brilliant, Ben.
So yeah, thank you. And I wanted to do it so people are vetted to a point, so they've got to give references to get on there. I have a chat with everybody that's going to be on there, rather than somebody just waking up one day and deciding to change the LinkedIn job title to something that they've never done before.
Yeah, no, sounds absolutely brilliant. So when does that launch? Because 2026 is Thursday.
It is. So website is built. There is a launch event going to be in Leeds on the 12th of February. So yeah, just before Valentine's Day, you can find your perfect fractional match.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's do a little heart sign for you, Ben. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. And anything else you're going to be doing in 2026?
2026. I want to do a speaking course.
Public speaking course. Okay.
So yeah, do more of that. I think I do.
Do you know Richard McCann?
Yeah, he's Leeds way as well.
Absolutely, yeah. He's the guy you need to have a chat with.
Yeah,
those people that are listening, and just tell us what your goals are for 2026, and we'll just end the show with what your goals are for 2026. You want to do a speaking course because
I probably want to do more speaking. I think it helps from a confidence perspective. I do the videos, been doing them for a period of time now, so I don't hesitate in doing that. And as you say, Ashley, how long does it take to do a 30-second video?
About 30 seconds.
So yeah, just press record, do something, be yourself, do it. But I'm like, look, as I'm progressing now, I want to be able to help other people. And I think just doing that wants to do. One thing that we do now. It always goes down every year as a goal, and it's a non-negotiable between me and my wife is date night once a month all the time, and we book them in at the beginning of the year.
Brilliant.
And do it.
I
And
like
if we
that.
do nothing other than that, the 12 times we've got 12 things booked in. So I think that's really important. It's one of the first things that I write down every year.
Okay. I need to take a leaf out of that book. What is a date night?
So whether we go away for a night or we go walking and plan to go walking or we go out for a meal, normally go out and have some food.
Yeah.
So yeah, just anything, just the two of us.
Yeah. Rather than fancy going out for a meal tonight? Oh no, I want to wash my hair or whatever. It's sort of like we know that on the is it the same day of the month every
No,
month?
we just plan them. We've got too much going on in our lives to do it same day every month. We've got to fit it around football, family, various other things. So yeah, we just
golf.
Golf. Yeah. Though my wife golfs as well.
Your wife plays golf as well?
Yeah, our wedding anniversary went and played golf for 2 days.
Brilliant. I think that's when you're winning at life. Ben, is there anything I forgot to ask you?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, Ben, this has been brilliant. This has been absolutely brilliant. I'm just gonna give a shout out to next week or next year, because I did it last year. I'm doing it again this year. We are doing a takeover. I've got Gavin and Jamie coming in every single week for the next 12 weeks. We are talking BizFest. We are talking the 2026, the most exciting business expo in the Southwest. And these guys are going to be with me every single week, and people that are going to be exhibiting there as well. So it's going to be great fun. That starts next week. Ben, you've been absolutely amazing. Give everybody some well wishes and some ideas for next year, please.
Yeah, so hope everybody good 2026, and get your cameras out, get your phones out, record yourself and post it on LinkedIn. You won't regret it.
I love it. Oh, Ben, what's the best that can happen?
Exactly. That's it. You might find your perfect client.
Awesome. Hey, Ben, thanks so much indeed. Thank you everyone for joining us today, adding your comments, and we will be back next week. Cheerio, Ben.
Cheers, Ashley.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to my show this week. I want to bring to you people that can help us running our business. I love having a chat. I'm very nosy, very curious, and I'd love to ask questions. So if you want to be a guest, or if you've got some ideas for guests, let me know. And if you want me to help you with your LinkedIn, get in touch, because I want to give you a voice. Now, that could just be using LinkedIn, but I do other things as well. So I can help you with a podcast, a live show, and all kinds of other amazing things. So get in touch. My name is Ashley Leeds. I'm the 15-minute guy, and you can find me on LinkedIn.